Students, today I am going to start fourth chapter of business studies. It is planning. So what is the meaning of planning? What is planning? Planning is a thinking process. It means thinking before doing anything and thinking logically. You must have a target before you to plan accordingly. So the first pre-requirement of planning is setting of goal. Otherwise, you cannot plan for the future. So you have to decide your goal first of all, and then you have to decide your path, how to achieve that goal. That what to do, when to do, how to do, where to do, why to do, and who will do it. So you have to decide in advance all the activities to achieve your target. Planning always focuses on future, and in planning you decide your path, that how to achieve your target in the future. Suppose you have set your target to become CA. Then from 10th onward, you will decide that you have to select commerce stream in the 11th class. Then after passing out 12, you have to clear your entrance exam of CA, and then side by side you have to complete your study. So it always focuses on future. It bridges, and planning bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to go. So planning refers to the process of setting objectives. So there must be objective before you, and developing appropriate course of action to achieve these objectives. And then in planning you must decide your appropriate course of action, that what to do, how to do to achieve your goals. So it is planning. So we can say that planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do. It is one of the basic managerial function. It involves setting objectives and developing appropriate course of action to achieve these objectives. So it is planning. Next are the features of planning. There are 7 features of planning, and we will discuss these one by one. So first feature of planning is planning focuses on achieving objectives. So planning's main focus is on to achieve the objectives. Suppose a businessman has set his objective to expand his business. Then he will plan accordingly. He will arrange the finance from the banks. He will take bank loan, or he will raise the money from the share market. So he will plan accordingly to achieve his target. Then he will set up his plant and definitely will get success. So planning's main focus is on achieving objectives. So there must be goals before you. Then you have to plan accordingly, according to goals. Then act accordingly. Then in the last, definitely you will get success. It is rightly said that a goal without plan is just a wish. If you set your goal that you have to become a doctor, engineer, or lawyer, but you have not planned to achieve that goal, then it will become just a wish. So planning's main focus should be to achieve the target, to achieve the goal or objective. Second feature of planning is it is a primary function of management. Primary function means basic function of management. So it is the first function of management, planning. Second function is organizing. Next, staffing, directing and controlling. So first we have to plan that what to do, how to do, and then we will implement those plans, that how to implement those. Then in the third we have to plan that what type of employees should be appointed, whether on regular basis, on contractual basis, or what should be their qualification, what should be their experience. So we are planning in all the functions. Then in next function, in directing, we have to decide who will be the leader, who will be the manager, who will direct their subordinates, and how he will pass the orders in written or in oral, what should be the way of communication. So we are planning in each function. In controlling, we will decide that what should be the standards with which the actual performance should be compared, what should be the quality control measures. So in each of the function of management, we are first planning and then implementing those plannings. So planning is a primary basic function of management. Third feature of planning is it is pervasive. Pervasive means universal. So it is universally applicable in all the organizations and at all the levels of management. So whether it is a school, whether it is a hospital, or whether it is a company, in each and everywhere the planning is applicable. We have to make plans. Even a housewife plans, your father plans for his business, and you are planning for your study. So everyone is doing planning. Fourth feature is planning is continuous. Why it is continuous? Because first of all, you will set your target. After setting target or after setting goal, you will plan accordingly, that what to do, how to do, and then you will act accordingly, according to plans. Then you will evaluate whether you have achieved your plans or not. Then after that, you will reformulate your plans on the basis of past performance or on the basis of changed conditions. So planning is continuous and its focus is on the continuous improvement of your performance. Fifth feature of planning is futuristic. So focus of planning is always on future. We can take one example here. A company have decided its target to achieve 20% increase in sales after 1 year. So its focus is on future. You have set your target to become CA, and you have also a plan for the future to achieve your target. So planning is always futuristic. It focuses on future. Sixth feature is planning involves decision making. There may be various options before you. then which way you should go, or which way you have to select. So in planning, you will decide the best alternative from amongst the various alternatives available before you. Suppose a businessman, we can take one example here. Suppose the businessman have set his target to achieve 20% increase in the sale. Then he may have various alternatives before him that how to achieve this target. He may decide to give discounts on his products to increase the sale, or he may select one alternative that he can advertise his product on television. So this is second alternative. And next alternative before him, to develop the new features in his product. So there are three alternatives before him. And then in planning, he will select the best alternative which should be the cost efficient. So planning involves decision making to decide the right path to achieve his target, which should be cost efficient. So planning involves decision making. Seventh feature is planning is mental exercise. Why it is mental exercise? Because it needs focus, it needs attention, it needs memory, speed, creativity, intelligence. So planning is mental exercise. A manager has to analyze and intelligently decide about the best alternative to achieve his target. So it is a mental exercise. Next topic is importance of planning. There are 6 points of its importance, and the first point is planning provides directions. It provides directions how to achieve the target. Planning sets a path how to achieve the goals. We can continue with the same example that a businessman wants to achieve 20% increase in the sales in the current year. Then to increase the sale, he will plan accordingly. Each and every activity will be decided as per his goal. So he may decide to increase the salesman, to increase the sales. He may decide to give discounts on his product to increase the sale, or he may decide to modify his product features to increase the sales. So everything is decided according to the objectives. So planning provides a direction to achieve the objective. Then everyone in the organization will implement those plans and will definitely get success, will definitely it will result in increase in the sales. Second importance is planning reduces risk of uncertainty, because the focus of planning is always on the future. So a manager forecasts the future changes. He anticipates the changes, what changes may occur in the future. He tries to measure the risk. When he tries to measure the risk, he tries to avoid and accept those risks, those challenges in the near future. Then he may take steps to reduce the risk or transfer those risks. So planning helps in reducing the risk. Third importance is planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. How planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities? We can take one example. Your timetable has been prepared for the different subjects. On Monday you will study accountancy and English. On Tuesday you will study business studies and IP. On Wednesday you will study Hindi and economics. So timetable has been prepared for each day and for different subjects, and it will reduce the misunderstandings, it will reduce the confusions among the teachers and the students. So there will be no overlapping or wasteful activities. Fourth importance of planning is it promotes innovative ideas. To achieve the target, the manager has various innovative ideas. He will think with creativity that how to achieve his target. So he may give discounts, he may provide coupons, he may provide the offers like buy one get one free. So there may be innovative ideas to promote the sales. Fourth importance is planning facilitates decision making. To achieve the target, there may be various alternatives before you or before a manager. Then the manager will compare those alternatives. Then he will decide which alternatives should be selected and which should not be selected. So he will compare the available alternatives. He will compare the cost involved in those alternatives. He will compare its productivity. He will compare the time, which one is time consuming or which one is time saving. Then he will select the best alternative amongst the available alternatives. So it facilitates decision making. And the last importance is planning establishes standards for the controlling. In planning, a manager sets qualitative as well as quantitative standards. He sets the objectives, and objectives are also the standards. Then in controlling, we will compare the actual performance with the objective set. Whether we have achieved those objectives, whether we have achieved those standards or not. So planning establishes standards for controlling. So this is the importance of planning. So next topic is limitations of planning. There are 6 points of its limitations. First point is planning leads to rigidity. Rigidity means non-flexibility. So planning leads to lack of flexibility. Once plans are framed by the top level management, these cannot be changed easily. We can take one example here. Suppose the top level management has decided to give 5% discount to its customers, but the competitor starts providing 10% discount to its customers. Now the directions has been given to the salesman not to increase the discount. So he cannot increase the discount even if it results in loss of sales. So planning leads to rigidity. Second point, planning may not work in dynamic environment. We can take the same example here, that the manager has decided to increase the sale within next 6 months, but due to COVID-19, due to lockdowns, he cannot achieve his target because conditions are uncontrollable. So planning may not work or planning may fail in dynamic environment. third point is planning reduces creativity. It reduces innovativeness. When plans are made, there are various innovative ideas before a manager. But after deciding one option or after selecting one alternative, nothing can be changed. We can take one example here. Suppose the production manager has directed the supervisor to produce the products with only 2 machines. But the supervisor knows that his productivity can increase if he work on 3 machines. But here because the plans has already been made by the top level, so it reduces the creativity of the lower level people. So nothing can be changed. Planning reduces creativity. Fourth limitation, planning involves huge cost. Because while making plans or while framing plans, a lot of data has been collected. Then the managers do analysis, evaluation of each and every alternative. So it involves a huge cost for the big companies. Next point, planning is time consuming process. Planning is also time consuming because collection of data and its analysis, interpretation, etc. involves considerable time and money. Because they discuss with the professionals that which option to be selected, which will give them better productivity, which will reduce their cost. So it leads to time consuming. Next point is planning does not guarantee success. Although the good plans or best plans have been framed by the manager or all have implemented those plans with we can say that best efforts have been put to implement those plans. But even then, the planning does not guarantee success because in the dynamic environment, the planning may fail. Due to the change of government policies, due to the change of the political environment, due to the change of technology, your planning may fail. So planning does not guarantee success. Even a step taken by the competitors may fail your plans. So these are the points of limitations.